everybody has to come to that sort of realization in their life that Britney Spears' Toxic is the greatest pop song of all time. Anyway, let me know when you're rolling. Hey you all, Farmer Jesse here. So, I am starting tomatoes that are gonna go in this tunnel in early April. So I'm starting them now. I've got Super Sweet 100, I've got Bumblebee, I have got Sun Gold, I've got more Bumblebee and some Black Cherry. That's kind of my mix that's gonna go in this. Single bed, 4 foot wide, single row, double leader. So it's gonna have, each plant is gonna have 2 stems down the middle. Also gonna interplant some spinach. So that's what we're up to today. Let's do it. First things first, if you're not subscribed to this channel, hit the subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, you're awesome. All right, let's dive into it. I like to do cherry tomatoes in these 2-inch blocks. I just think they make great plant starts. So this is a 2-inch soil block, Vermont compost soil mix. I do, instead of the mini blocks that a lot of people do with these soil blocks, I don't do the mini blocks. I think they're kind of a waste of time. Instead, I just put a couple extra plants in here, and the extras that pop up, I move to any empty blocks, and it's, you know, it's just one less step. And this is way overkill. I didn't need 100 blocks for this, right? I only need like 33 plants. But some of these, the Black Cherry and the Bumblebee, were saved seeds, so I have an abundance of it, but also in case that saved seed didn't go very well, like I'm not the best seed saver in the world, I wanted to make sure that I had enough. So I do a mix. We do the Bumblebee, the Black Cherry, the Super Sweet 100, and the Sun Gold, and that we mix them all together. We harvest, then we put them into pints at market, into half pints actually, and sell it that way. Sometimes people complain, sometimes they want, you know, just the Black Cherry or just the Sun Gold, but that's rare. I mean, you're never going to please every customer, and they can find that elsewhere. So we like that mix. It sells well for us. One thing that people kind of ask about is what to do about the seed when it's in there. So all I do is pinch the tops, but you can also add like vermiculite or something over top to help preserve that moisture. You can also add just soil mix over top. Any of that is fine. The pinching of the tops I wouldn't do if I was doing like the 1-inch, if I have like 100 cells in here or like 40 trays to do. I wouldn't do it that way. Because it would take forever. It'd be ludicrous. So I like putting a little bit of soil mix over top instead, or vermiculite if I have it. Soil mix is nice because you're not ordering in another product. And it works just as well. Just toss a little soil mix loosely over top. It's pretty easy. All right, so that is the tomatoes that are going in here, right, as we talked about. This bed is getting the tomatoes. Now I'm gonna do the interplant of spinach. Get that already in the ground. And then it'll be up and probably pretty big by the time these tomatoes go in. So let me show you how to do that. All right, there are probably like 1,000 ways to do this next part, but basically I'm gonna take a long measuring tape right down the middle, and then I'm gonna go every 18 inches, which is what the spacing will be for these tomatoes, and I'm gonna put a little soil mix marker, just so I can see where that tomato is going. And then I'm going to seed around that. So the spinach will come up all around it, but where the tomatoes are going. So the next point will be getting out the seeder and going around those spots. So I'll still leave a little extra space around it, but I'll do rows kind of leading right up to those to that space. And then I'm not going to try and get between the tomatoes or anything. That's not necessary. Yep, that's next. All right, this is the roller we're going to use. F24 for the Jang. 14 in the back, 9 in the front on the Jang seeder. And that's it. Next thing, I will be, wait for the spinach to come up, depending on how the spinach looks. We will, either leave it there for a little while the tomatoes grow, or we'll take it out and put a different plant in, maybe a quick round of radishes or something. I said that's super Midwestern. Yeah, and roll with that. And that's kind of, 18-inch spacing, double liter. It's going to be rad. All right, so now I take these guys in the house. It's getting sunny. I take those in the house and germinate them on a heat pad. Usually I would do this outdoors, but we're just not set up. Hannah and I are kind of bootstrapping a farm again, which is kind of our style. So it may be fun to watch this season. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, inside you want them at like 75 to 85 degrees really for good germination. Really closer to 80 is better. So they'll go on a heat mat on bottom watering trays. These are from Paper Pot Co. They don't exactly fit the soil block trays that we have, but they work. Anything else I can tell you? Other than that, you all, like this video if you like this video. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. Make sure to pick up a pre-ordered copy of my book, that from notillgrowers.com. Specifically, if you can, that helps to put money into our creative budget at No Till Growers, so we can make more videos, more podcasts, those sorts of things. So Living Soil Handbook, notillgrowers.com. Other than that, thank you all for watching. We'll see you later. Bye.